We've had a recent influx of subscribers on this channel, and I love it. I'm super glad you guys are here, and you guys have all been very, very helpful in the comments, chiming in with opinions and ideas and critiques and feedback and stuff. And I want to make sure everybody knows, though, there's a 5-day delay on this channel, meaning I recorded the video you're watching right now, this video, 5 days ago. And so when you comment on it and say, hey, here's something you should change, just know you're not going to see me that has the knowledge you've given me for another 5 days. It's not going to show up in the next day's video. One thing that a lot of people commented on was this concept of call and response. That if you're making a drum and bass track, you should make 2 basses and have them call and response from each other. So I'm really liking kind of where this track is getting to. That's very, very fun, but that is kind of one bass, and one bass that, if we're really being honest, we're not using it fully as a bass. Those big chords you have at the beginning, it started as a bass patch, but I'm now just kind of using it as a synth. So I made another bass today. We're going to use this exact same drum groove here, and this is not call and response just yet. This is just another bass that I could use to call and respond, but we'll deal with call and response another time. Here's that bass. There's a lot going on there. I did play with the full beat. To make it clear, this is what the bass actually sounds like. I am using a limiter on here to really crunch down the articulation, the transient, and I think the limiter is probably doing a little bit too much. If you watch the limiter here, like, that's a lot. That's a lot of limiting, and I think we're losing a lot of character of the sound. Turn off the limiter, turn off the gain, kind of pull it down. It's still a lot. That articulation is kind of coming from this envelope here, which is controlling the FM amount, and also the chorus mix. We're kind of using this chorus just literally for this effect. If I turn this off, if I bypass this, kind of this sound, this chorus is frozen, and so it just kind of sits there with that one sound and kind of almost has like a toilet sort of sound to it. I don't know, it sounds like a garbage disposal or something. It sounds very mechanical, kind of a cool sound, but I like the way this sound sounds without like any super crazy effects on it, so we just leave this on there just to like articulate in the mix, and so it kind of gives the sound a little edge at the beginning. But we're also originally had this just doing the FM here, so there is already an edge. And I almost like the sound better without the chorus there. I might leave that bypassed for now. And just to be clear, this has got shaper box on it. It is getting sidechain compressed, so some of those edges are getting eliminated by the bass drum. But either way, that transient is a little aggressive right now, and I'm starting to become a little bit more sensitive to that because of comments you guys have made. We also have this cool little step filter, which looks like it's doing 2 things, but it's actually only doing 1 thing. I need to remove this. That's from, I messed around with putting delay on this. It did not work. It's literally just turning on the mix of this phaser. Which is a cool visual effect as well. Just as a quick tip for anyone out there who's wanting to like make your sounds better, don't just turn a phaser on. Don't just turn a chorus on and like leave it statically over the entire sound. Modulating it will make it so much more alive and take effects that you kind of had dismissed because they were so strong, like phasers, and bring them back into your repertoire, something you can try to use to create cool sounds. And then this guy is just controlling the level over here to give a little bit of tremolo at the end of notes. And then multi-band compression, and then that little chorus that we've actually got left off right now. It was kind of a cool sound. One thing I really like is the sound combined with this bass here, which is exactly the opposite of what the point is here. We're trying to make a separate bass that we can then call and respond with our first bass. But when you put them on top of each other, that's a pretty crazy sound. And then you put it with this little guy as well. and it becomes a really cool, powerful sound. That's really what we did today, though. Sat around and just turned a bunch of knobs. I'm at a friend's house and was just sitting there on the couch while we were talking, fiddling with knobs and enjoying, experimenting with new things. And I think getting better at making sounds, which is kind of fun. That's all we had time for today, though. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow in 5 days.